Bad, I don't know my wrath, my blood boils over like, oh God, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show. So have you ever felt betrayed? Switches how you see things, realize something needs change. Cause I know you got me up, let me show you what's up. Cause enough is enough. I'll take a face full of pavement just to make a statement. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll bleed on your face to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit, I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you go wish you shut the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. I'll take smoke, I'ma poke a hole through you, choking's overdue. Come at me and you won't get any older, dude. Crack your holder too. Heating up inside of me, blood so violently. Thanks for trying me. Now it's finally time to see how this rivalry becomes my dynasty. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll bleed on your face to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit, I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you go wish you would shut the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it.
What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Hate to Pylon Show. I'm alongside my great co-hosts and CJ and Jonathan, and we have a very, very, very special guest in Marquise Hilton join us live today. But before we get into anything deep, fellas, how we doing?
Exceptionally well, Christian. CJ, how we feeling? Actually, today I'm CJ.
The mess. Yeah. Couldn't be Jonathan, right?
Couldn't be Jonathan. No, it couldn't be me.
Couldn't be Jonathan. Or I like to do cancel Jonathan.
Damn, not cancel Jonathan. But Marquise, man, how are you doing today, my man?
I'm alive and well, man.
Yes, sir. Alive. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, so we're gonna get right into it because I know we're cut on time a little bit. So we're gonna talk about, first of all, your UNC Tar Heels.
Boo!
I just want to know, how long can y'all keep Armando Bacot on the roster? That's all I need to know. This man, I swear, has been there for 7 years. I swear he has.
No, this is last year. He
said that last year.
He could. I mean, he could have went to the league last year, in my opinion. But I think he came back to chase the ring. But I don't know, man. Hubert Davis' first year luck ain't looking too good this second year.
I think they'll do well. Armando is, I mean, he could be the next, maybe not Jarrett Allen on that defensive side of the ball, but he can definitely grab boards all day. I think he just passed Tyler Hansborough's rebounding thing. Yeah. All I gotta say is, I don't know if Tyler Hansborough just didn't age. I just don't know what happened, but geez.
He do look the same.
Yeah, I guess when you just don't play in the league, I guess you just keep your, how you look when you just don't play in the league that well,
Tyler Hansborough's balling in Puerto Rico right now, so put some respect on his name. Still grabbing boards and still.
That's where he plays at.
Yeah, he's played in Puerto Rico last couple years before. Because we were just talking about him too, like recently in the conversation, and I think he was in China for the last 3 or 4 seasons. So yeah, so he's still balling. He's still playing somewhere.
We'll say he's still playing. That. We ain't gonna say he's balling. We're gonna.
And he ain't putting up them Taco Fall numbers in China.
Taco Fall. But yeah, man, how do you feel about, I guess this second season, Roy Williams being gone? Like, how did that affect you? Like, how did you feel about him stepping down, and now you got your coach now? I can't forget. I keep forgetting his name, but
Hubert Davis.
Hubert Davis. But how do you feel about that, man, when you heard about it?
I kind of was expecting Roy, honestly, sooner or later. I like that they gave Hubert the chance. You know what I'm saying? They didn't just go find an outside source because he's been with the team on the staff for so long. I feel like he knows the personnel, knows, the system, all that good stuff. So, And then the fact on top of that, he had the success in his first year kind of spoke to his ability to, lead a team himself. So I ain't going to sell him out yet. Like I said, we having not a bad year, but up and down this year, I would say. But, once it hits the tournament, is really win or go home at that point. So I feel like the mentality changes and the game plan changes. Like you said, Bacot being there last year, all of our players that came back, we all got that experience. So I still like us in the tournament. I always like my team in the tournament. Once we get in, I feel like it's all about the matchup. As long as you don't get the Kansas Gonzaga in the first round, as long as you don't go into the 16, 15 seed, you should, at least make it to the Elite 8 as a decent, decent team. So
for sure. Hubert Davis hire, I was indifferent on it. Like, it didn't make me happy, make me sad. I was more wanting y'all to give it to Sean May, because I feel like Sean, as soon as he got done, he just went straight to coaching. Like, obviously he played in the league for a few years, but I just thought y'all were gonna give it to him because I don't know. I just thought they'll give it to him, but I guess Hubert Davis. I mean, sure. I mean, yeah. But Armando,
I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think Sean May has head coaching experience elsewhere. I think Hubert Davis has been a head coach elsewhere. Well, what no matter what level it's been on, he's been a head coach, and I think that kind of played a factor in it too. I do like Sean May as a coach. He didn't do much of nothing in the league, but
hey, that's just how you guys are. All y'all got is Michael. I mean, and Vince. And that's about it.
Relax. We got Vince Carter.
I just said Michael and Vince. That's it.
Jerry Stackhouse.
Hey, I saw Jerry Stackhouse at Frankie's Fun Park one time.
Wait, what is the face? I can't get Jerry Stackhouse from my UNC.
You can get Jerry. You can get Jerry.
Okay.
I also read that they wanted to interview Jerry, but Jerry said no.
I
Is
mean,
he
some
on
some
staff
people.
with the Bama?
He's coach at the Vandy right now.
Oh, Vandy.
Yeah.
And they wanted to interview him, and he said no. So I was like,
That's interesting.
that's interesting. You love that Tar Heel blue be bleeding from you, but you don't want to coach there. That something's up, Keys.
I
Something's
mean,
up.
it may be personal. He might not feel like he can fill those shoes right now. You know, who knows?
Sheesh.
He might
Yeah,
he might
Roy
double
was-
back after he win the SEC or something. You know, he's in a small pond right now.
Hold
If
SEC
you
on.
don't-
kind of tough
ACC
right now.
Hold
though.
on. But
SEC
you,
kind of tough. It's kind of top loaded a little bit.
yeah, you ain't about to think he about to win the SEC championship. Don't even try to
Especially with
tweak
Alabama
that in
this
the air.
Avery Johnson got that Alabama team looking right.
Yo,
Oh yeah, I like Alabama. Javon Quinterly, I like him. I like that boy.
someone transferred to Alabama. He's doing really well. Maybe
He's like a fifth-year senior.
no, he's like a sophomore or a junior, and he transferred into Alabama because he wasn't getting placed somewhere. I can't remember his name. I saw an article on it. But a little bit more about your UNC Tar Heels. Caleb Love. I haven't seen him turn that switch yet.
Yeah, man, he's up and down.
I haven't seen it. And I just need to know who named Leaky Black. I just need to know who gave him that name. Because
It's a nickname. It's a nickname. His grandma. I read into it. And he did like a snippet interview on it. His grandma. I forgot the reason why they came up with the name, but like it just like was like a childhood nickname that stuck. And then as he started playing sports, and them cheering for him in the crowd, it just stuck with him. So
I hope so, because listen, we be naming children all types of things, and I just don't know if they just said it in their head one day because they want their kid to be famous and they just try to saying it out loud. I don't know if they like that. I don't know. But yeah, Caleb Love, man, I hope
Christian. He go by his name Malik.
Oh, is his name Malik?
Yeah, well, his middle name's Malik. I guess he went by Malik when he was growing up, and then Malik turned into Leaky. He just stuck with
Mhm.
I hope so. Because I just know one thing. If you put in the application to me and your name say Leaky Black, I gotta interview you. I got you to see I gotta see what's up. I gotta see what's up.
As long as they don't put PP afterwards, he's straight.
Oh
Pause, bro.
I do want to ask this question for everybody because obviously, right, with the turnover that's happened at Duke, at Duke, like Coach K retiring, Roy Williams retiring, that's like an era that was all-time great, right, for North Carolina coaches. Now, do you guys feel like the Carolinas, North Carolina specifically, the state in terms of all the basketball schools, do you feel like it's the landscape is changing? Because like I feel like there is a lot of solid schools in North Carolina so far. I mean, obviously, it's not. I don't think right now it's the same dominant Duke or same dominant North Carolina. But I mean, NC State's like lurking. You got UNC Wilmington that's lurking around. I don't know any other schools. Oh, Wake
NC
Forest.
State?
Yeah, man. I don't think it's much of a falling off thing or anything like that. Because you do have what's his name, Kevin Keats at North Carolina State.
Yeah,
Who, I mean,
I like him. He came from UNCW.
yeah, man, he's good, man.
Yeah.
He's a good coach. I think being a basketball fan growing up in North Carolina and Duke are like the top teams you always want to watch. And it's a weird thing, like being even in high school and middle school, like you were eager to watch the North Carolina Duke game. Now I'm just like, the past few years, I'm like, but I think Coach K and Roy had a plan probably 10 years ago, when Nolan Smith and John Shire and Hoover Davis and Sean May and all of them were there to plant a seed and see who would excel the most, who can bring the brotherhood there and understand it more. And when recruits come in, explain it as of being a coach and a former player. I don't think it's fallen off. It's different 100%. Because I mean, even me, I'm a Michigan State fan. Tom Izzo's been there forever. I'm scared for the day because I have no idea, because all the coaches that were with him have left and are head coaches now at other big programs. So it's I don't know what our plan is. Now, Michigan has done a phenomenal job. Juwan Howard, I mean, his first year was kind of but his son being good, he's carrying the mantle. But I don't think North Carolina is falling off. because even Wake Forest has stepped up this year. Wake Forest did they beat North Carolina? Or I think they gave them a hard test, and it was insane.
I think we barely beat them. We snuck out of that game. But I mean, ACC basketball is always good and competitive. You know, it's never a blowout game. You rarely
For
see
sure.
like a blowout from an ACC, especially when it gets down into like the tournament time and we start talking like ACC tournament. Any team can win. That's one thing I always have liked about college basketball versus NBA. You know, NBA is getting better now, but back when we were, like you said, growing up watching, that's why I stuck to college basketball way more than I did NBA. NBA was like Allen Iverson, wherever he went, you know, liked him, but
Right.
I knew that the Sixers wasn't going to win nothing. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's like, but North Carolina was like, oh, we got to play North Carolina State at North Carolina State. You know, when they had, what's my man name? North Carolina State.
Leslie,
Cat
they had.
Barber. No, CJ Leslie did play for them.
Yeah,
I'm talking
he was
about,
tough.
the guard, Cat Barber.
Yeah, Cat Barber, and
He
they
was
had Dennis
nasty.
Smith too. But Dennis, I don't.
Dennis,
he was never that
he
good to
short.
me.
Yeah, he
He
was
was
just one and done. But
That's one thing about college
Yeah,
basketball I
Dennis
don't
Smith.
like either. This whole one and done thing, you know, which is fine. I get it. Go get your money. But like when we were growing up, dudes would stay there all 4 years or try to. I mean, think about Ty Lawson and Tyler Hansborough. I mean,
I think they was 3. I think Ty Lawson did 3.
But I mean, even then, like they stayed
Yeah.
for the program, and it was like every year, like you knew, like, all right, well, you're gonna have to. Ty Lawson's gonna get that ball out of bounds, get the ball in, and he's gonna go up the court and just do whatever you got to do. And Tyler's gonna be the enforcer. I mean, I never thought Tyler Hansel was that good, but he was a great enforcer in the ACC.
Hey,
I guess.
put some respect on his name.
Hey, I'm gonna give y'all a comparison and tell me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
So Tyler Hansbrough to me is the college basketball of Tim Tebow in college football.
100%.
Oh,
Great college
100%.
athlete. Great
That's
college
100%.
athlete. I never seen him going pro. Neither one of them. Great college
100%.
athletes, though. I never
100%.
saw Tebow being a quarterback in the pro. I mean, I know he got a shot multiple times, but even when he went to tight end, I'm like, oh yeah, this dude is reaching now.
Hey man,
He
he
should've-
said God told him and gave him a dream to play tight end.
Nah, that was
He should've
Urban
went-
Meyer. He called Urban Meyer God.
He said,
Yeah.
I'm bringing my guys up with me. I do have a
for
question,
real.
though, because obviously, like, damn it, I lost it. I had 2 questions. I'm tripping now.
Put it on a t-shirt.
Damn, I lost that question. I didn't want to bring up my second question yet, but I had something else. But obviously, like the state of North Carolina is thriving. I feel like, you know, I watched that first game UTW played against North Carolina. And UTW who played pretty well against you guys into the second half. Obviously, they still got the firepower like that, but that team is
Right.
pretty solid. And I guess who do you think right now? In the state of basketball, I mean, a lot of people have their biases, but who do you think is the king of North Carolina in terms of basketball program today? Like currently, right now, not all time, like as we speak today.
Like just for this season, or like up into this point?
Up until
Right
this
now.
point this season, because obviously, like I would say obviously, but like I felt like last year. I mean, last year was kind of tough too. That was pretty a toss up. I think North Carolina made it further in they made it to the
We lost some championship game.
the championship game.
Mm-hmm.
So the question is, really, has North Carolina lost the throne this season? Is there a team that's really like coming for the king?
I'll let
Only
you
reason I say no. I'm biased. Also, I'm a Carolina fan, but I say no because one, like you said, we just lost in the championship last year. So if we're going by places, you know what I'm saying, and last performance, we're number 2 right now. You know what I'm saying, from previous year. But we also haven't played Duke at all this year. So that's going to be the only argument, you know, that a legit argument that somebody can say is like, it's Duke or North Carolina if we're talking about king of college, you know, college basketball right now. It's those 2 teams. And like I said, neither one of us have played each other. So it would just be a complete biased opinion. Like who doesn't like North Carolina, who doesn't like Duke, and they would choose from there, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because it's rare that North Carolina State, like I think that year that CJ Leslie was there that Christian mentioned, they had a year where they were like leading the ACC, where like Duke and North Carolina was like 3 and 4. You know what I'm saying? Virginia has had spurts. You know what I'm saying? Where they run the ACC for like 2 years.
Did they win a national championship in like 2000?
Yeah, they won one with my guy Kyle Guy, boy.
Kyle
Uh-huh.
The beautiful black queen. Sheesh.
DeAndre Hunter was on that team too, I think.
DeAndre Hunter.
Was
they had a
Lundy
straight
Perantes on that team?
Who's that?
Perantes, that the point guard.
Yeah,
I think so.
uh-huh.
Yeah. He's been there forever too, man.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Jesus, get these guys out of there. Jeez,
Get a job.
Exactly, man. Get on the coaching staff. I hope he doesn't try to go to the league. Nothing against him, but the league doesn't do much of traditional point guards anymore. You have to be a really athletic point guard, and I just know with his size, he's probably not going to make it that far. Even Tyler Ulis got a chance, but then Tyler Ulis ended up not in the league. I hope he just graduates, just get on the coaching staff at UVA.
Or I mean, you can go pro overseas.
He still makes some money.
I guess so too. Man. I guess. He can make money coaching. What you mean?
He can still ball if he still got the passion for it. And he can go travel and find him a little foreign teams. You know what I mean? He can go to Greece. He can go to China. He can go to Australia. He can go to where did
Puerto Rico? He can play Tyler Hansborough. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
When you say it out loud, see, that don't sound good. Nah.
No, I mean it does though. Like,
all
right, you got to think about it. You like 23, 24 if you're like a super senior, right? So you still young. You out of the bar. You trying to pull a bad thing. Which one can help you out more? Oh, I'm a college coach, or oh, I'm a professional basketball player.
Come on.
Which one you think?
Talk to him.
First of all, yeah, okay, you're a professional basketball player, but hey, yeah, I coach at the University of Virginia, where we have won such and such ACC championships. We just won a national championship. I have me a ring. Let me say, I'm getting a bag. You getting a bag. You getting a bag no matter what.
I'm the bad team.
Here we go. Here we go. Sorry, Keith. We get reckless on this show sometimes. Here we go.
Go ahead.
Let Christian do it. Go ahead, Christian.
Yeah, ask me.
Nah, we ain't doing this, man. We ain't doing this.
Hey,
Christian has zero game.
But nice to meet you. What's your name?
You said your name is what?
Nice to meet you. What's your name?
My name is Christian. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Bye.
I don't like this. I don't like this. But to answer your question, though,
what's your profession, Christian? What's your profession?
I am a assistant grad student coach at the University of Virginia, where I have won national. This nigga right here.
As soon as you're a coach, it don't matter how old.
All right. Hey, okay. I'm a professional basketball player.
You make six figures? Nah.
Yes, bro. Coaches make bank nowadays, dude.
You said grad assistant.
You doing that for free?
Oh,
you even say handball coach, not even lead assistant.
I forgot Virginia's coach left too. I forgot, not Virginia. UVA.
Comment. Is that
He said, "I definitely support one and done. You can get hurt and draft stock fall. 100%. But I'm just saying, back then when we was in school, it was just you knew your person was going to stay there for at least 2-3 years.
If your person wasn't good enough to go pro after 1 year,
I don't know. Ty Lawson was a dog. Ty Lawson was a dog. He could. I think he left. I think he left too late. Honestly,
he did because injuries did him in, and I don't know if it was off court stuff, but he was good in the league in Denver, and then he just kind of
he had AI in front of him. I think he had AI in front of him, didn't he?
Yeah, he was still good. He just kind of disappeared. I think he might have had some off court stuff.
Him and Raymond Felton. I don't know what.
So would you rather?
Raymond Felton had his off court.
Raymond Felton had a long career though.
Yeah, he
did have a long career. His off court issues was he couldn't stop eating.
He picked up some weight. He had a nephew that was pretty good. I don't know what happened to him though. Jalik Felton.
Mm-hmm.
He was a top recruit, supposed to go to Carolina, but I didn't hear much of him. So
I stopped following Carolina when I saw Seventh Woods go there, and then I realized, you know what? They just picked him up. They just picked him up so no one else could have him. That's all they was doing. Y'all ain't slick. That's exactly what y'all were doing. Y'all just wanted to pick him up. But he went to Kennesaw State, maybe. I think he went somewhere like that. And is playing. I think he might be done. But I think last year was his final year. Yeah. But to answer your question, the team that's
he went from North Carolina to South Carolina to Morgan State, and then went undrafted.
Morgan State. I thought it was Kennesaw State. Morgan State. But I think to piggyback off what Keith said with the North Carolina being number 2, I think what gets people is, there's some hardcore sports fans, but most sports fans are football fans, and then they'll look at a team and see like, oh, this team is 13-6 or whatever it may be, and it may be necessarily like, oh, this team maybe not that good. It's not that they're not good. It's just they just probably had a bad streak. And one thing I know about the game of basketball and Keys, basketball is just a game of runs. Who can have the longest run? That's all it is. And from my memory, North Carolina was good last year, but I didn't think they were national championship worthy.
Right.
But they did what they had to do in the tournament. And sometimes when you play that hand of not being the best team and you're one of those mid-tier teams, like a ranking of 8 and 10 and 11 in your region of the tournament, you have the best hand play because people aren't expecting you to be there. And all you got to do is just play your brand of basketball to a higher level just a little bit and do what got you there. And that's what got North Carolina there. And I think Armando got hurt that game. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he twisted an ankle or something at that game.
Mhm.
And I mean, that's the only thing that stopped him. When that's your bread and butter, you can't get away from it. But we're going to move on from college
I do have a
basketball.
question.
Okay, you got it. Let's get it.
This is my last question.
All right, no, you good.
I have 2 questions. So first of all, would you rather have kids who go straight from high school to NBA, but then if you to the NBA, but if you do decide to go to college, you have to stay at least 2 years, like an associate's degree, quote, like it's essentially. Do you guys like that formula or no?
No, I just feel like no, because it's like you kind of like you're pushing the straight from high school at that point. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like if I know that like we just talked about how injuries can affect it. So
Right.
my mindset was like I do want to get the college experience. So I went on this college visit, and I do genuinely like the coach. I like the culture. You know what I'm saying? They have my best interest. But if I go, I have to stay 2 years. You know, it's like it's with anything. A rule is like it's what makes you not want to do it. It's like the fact that I have to be there for 2 years. But if you tell me like you can go and you can leave in 6 months, I might go and want to stay for 2 years. But the fact that you telling me like I have to be there 2 years, we have a bad season the first year, or like somebody transfers out, and now I'm like, damn, I'm stuck here for another year. I should have just went to the league last year. Or
Right.
back when like NBA lockout happened, like we don't know if that will ever happen again. But like a situation like that could have been my 1 year to go get paid or get some kind of income for my family. But I didn't sign up to do this for 2 years, no matter what happens.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
so
that's valid.
I feel like you would push the straight out of high school at that point.
You got a comment?
We got a comment from Jeezy or Geezy. True. When you don't have expectations to win, it takes pressure off for sure. You don't got nothing to lose. Yeah.
It's true. But I'm kind of going to go against Keith on this one. Just because, one player I wish who did go to college, but their dad was very loud and obnoxious, and I love him. Hey, LaMelo, I wish he did go to college because I would have loved to see what he could have done in the college game. But his name had so much.
That would have been
It would have been so
actually.
cool to see him either at UCLA or Duke, or he wasn't going to Duke. Coach K wasn't.
No, he committed to UCLA.
Coach
He committed to
K.
UCLA like it's like 10th grade year.
He was like in 8th grade. He committed. But he committed when Lonzo committed.
Yeah.
And I think it'd have been cool if they had that rule, it'd be interesting just because 2 years is not that long. It is not. That's 24 months. You can't knock out 24 months of just grinding and playing basketball. And then now it's like you getting paid in the league in college basketball now. So it's like you can do that. Get your money, get your bread, see how it is, get an agent, understand what it takes to be a professional athlete, hone in your money. So where if you do get injured, you still have money there. I think now if it was back in the day where they weren't getting paid, I'm with Keith all day, every day. Just go ahead, go to the league, do your thing. But now that they're getting paid, it's I mean, to me personally, I'm 5'9". Let's say I was great to play D1 college basketball, but I'm not good enough to play
That's
NBA.
6'1" on Tinder.
And if I'm not good to go to the league, I'm going to take every ounce of money I can from either the university, sponsors, play ball, keep that money, and then have someone either take a little bit of it and invest it for me, and then just go be a coach or go do your day job, whatever you want to do, get your degree, whatever it may be. But it's like nowadays it's different. I feel like you can do the 2 years because now it's like, you can't handle 2 years and like here. What happens when you sign an extension or whatever, or the team wants to offer you a longer contract or whatever it may be? Either way, you're going to be honed into a set of rules, no matter what you do. Granted, you are getting paid more money. I understand that. But in college, you're getting paid now. So it's like, I feel like you should be able to commit to 2 years. It's only 24 months. That's all it is.
But is the getting paid in college, is that everybody or is it the top tier? You know what I'm saying? I don't believe that 1 through 15 gets paid. You know what I'm saying? So like, let's say, I got a good example for the South Carolina basketball team.
Mhm.
You know, that year that they went on that run, they beat Duke. They was in the Final Four, all that.
Yeah.
Darius
Darius looked like a man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Got to the league. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the players that left with him, like PJ Dozier still finding his way through the G League, you know what I'm saying? But all of them left because that team was hot. You know what I'm saying? Like if Carolina doesn't go there, Sendarius might use his 5th-year eligibility. PJ might transfer, or you know what I'm saying, he might get a bigger role next year. Chris Silva doesn't go to the league. You know what I'm saying? All these players that are still somewhere in the NBA, you know, spectrum. If Carolina doesn't have that that spurt, I don't feel like they could have went. And I brought that up to say, like, if PJ Dozier, let's say PJ Dozier signed what Christian said, the 2 years. I'm not bad, CJ, the 2 years. You know what I'm saying? And they went on that Final Four run. He like, damn, this is my time to go. You know what I'm saying? We had a good season. My name is out there. I had a great tournament run. I'm averaging numbers. If Sin leave next year, we're going back to USC basketball. I'm gonna be a nobody in the Southeastern Conference. You know what I'm saying? So like, that mindset is like, damn, I kind of shot myself in the foot because now I got to play another year. Sin might be on his 2nd year, so he's good to go. But I just I'm stuck on a team that's not going to be a Final Four team next year, and I know that. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? I get what you're saying of like learning to be the pro and, you know what I'm saying, going through the motions of, you know, before you get to that level. But just like, I just feel like I said, that 2 years and knowing that you have to do it, you never know what can happen within that 1 year of your, you know, so your game.
But how about this, Keith? So say I offer you that same contract, right? I'm the university, and to go to college, you got to sign the 2-year contract. Mm-hmm. Now, let's say you are on that South Carolina team, and y'all have that amazing one, and everybody leaves, but you can't leave because you got to do your 2nd year. You have the opportunity to leave, go somewhere else. Find a better squad.
I need to ask CJ. Are you talking about like implementing a mandatory 2-year rule in college? Or are you talking about like when you sign with the school, like you're committed to that school?
Yeah, that's what I need to know because
so pretty much like the NFL, right? You have to be 3 years removed from high school to enter into the draft.
So you want 2 years?
2 years,
but you can still transfer. You're not like
you're not locked into one. It's
just college. That gives you wiggle. You know what I'm saying? That gives you wiggle because he can use his you know, last year to, you know, go somewhere else. Like a Duke might pick up a PJ Dozier after a Carolina run. You know what I'm saying? Like they literally
and then chase the money too.
Right.
Chase the money and also get that insurance policy.
And plus, I feel like the NCAA, if they ever did something like that, and a guy wants to leave before his 2 years, they like making money. They're like, all right, you got to pay out $50,000 or whatever it may be. And it's like, well, if you're good enough and you have that money,
12% of your first NBA contract or something crazy.
Well, I mean, it's like if you leave college, like where are you going? You going to the G League? You going overseas? Like wherever you go, you're going to be making money. Yeah. So I guess like if that league wants you bad enough, like let's say they did have this rule, and LaMelo went to UCLA for his freshman year, and he balled out, and the G League wanted him, and they were like, "Hey, we'll buy you out like whatever." Let's say UCLA wouldn't honor his scholarship, so they're going to make him pay his tuition for that year because he didn't stay his full 2 years. The G League would then say, "We want you bad enough that we're going to pay out your tuition that they're charging you, and then we'll pay you your G League salary." Like that's how I think it would work.
Yeah,
because you're not going to leave a school if you're going to have to pay and not make as much as you're getting. You're going to have to pay.
I got you.
Like it's going to cancel out.
Which I think too. If you invest in the G League, right, as well, so they're just like, all right, even so, like, if you can also go to the G League, which they kind of do that now, like the G League, was it like night or that's overtime? Yeah, it's like overtime release at night or whatever. So it's like you can still get paid, develop and still be draft eligible, right? Mm-hmm. So it's just like, I think it should just give you options, especially for kids who don't like school, right? Like you just don't like school, you get opportunity to play with other grown men to really test you and see if you're ready. And then you should still be able to get some college eligibility as well if you decide to actually want to go to school to learn. Like I think there's ways around it to like really make the system right. But especially if you decide to go like the college route, or if you just want to skip college on it.
All right, viewers, you heard it here first. Just know if y'all hear the NCAA taking our ideas, just know they definitely owe us more than 12%. And Keith, I'll make sure you get more than just 12%, Keith, if they steal our ideas.
Hey, 12% of them contracts, I'm good with it.
Last question. I'm sorry.
What's up?
All right, so I don't know if you guys watched the John Wall interview recently.
I did.
John Wall, North Carolina boy. right? How do you feel about the only school that could have got him not to go with John Calipari and Tyler Hansborough,
That D.
your king?
You're king. You're king, Keith. You're
That
king.
ain't my king.
What was your like? How are you feeling after hearing that with that John Wall conversation?
Sick. Literally, I saw the and when I saw it, I was like, did he really just say the only reason he didn't come to us was because this dude wouldn't say what's up to him? I'm like, that's crazy. Like, to even think that one interaction is legit, like, what made him not want to come to the school is wild.
Yeah,
And that just goes to show you that, like, you know what I'm saying, your interaction and like your you know what I'm saying, like your first impression of people truly goes a long way. Because I mean,
oh, facts.
look at the longevity of John Wall. Look at the longevity of Tyler Hansbrough. Yeah, he was the man at the time. You gave him your ass to kiss, but now like you're not even looking at John Wall's money. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Facts. John Wall averages
different-
19-9 in his first career. He a dog.
and who knows?
Comment.
John Wall could have came to North Carolina and gave Tyler Hansbrough the guard that he needed to, you know, elevate him a little bit more. So I feel like Tyler Hansbrough, after watching that interview, Tyler Hansbrough should be like, damn, I jacked that up.
Yeah, facts.
I know. Roy texted him and said, "God damn it, Tyler." I could just hear him. I could just hear him saying it in his Roy Williams voice. But all right,
No, they wouldn't have beaten LeBron in the playoffs. Yeah, I didn't agree with that comment either, though.
John Wall, he's talking a little reckless.
yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit. He got to, man. He got to. All right, so we're gonna switch it up a little bit. I'm gonna give you each. I'm gonna say start bench cut scenario, and you guys give me your thoughts of who you're gonna start cutting bench.
Also, you guys comment as well who you would do as well.
100%.
So everyone's
All right.
involved.
Time out. We're giving each of us, like, you gonna give CJ a different start bench cut?
No.
We all
Everyone
do
gets
the
their
same
own.
one. Okay.
Everyone gets their own. It's gonna be kind of like a rapid fire. Just don't take too long, but rapid
Okay.
fire.
Okay.
All right, first one. I already know, CJ. You ain't got to answer this one because I already know who you're gonna start. So you got John Morant, Damian Lillard, Trae Young. CJ, yes, we know who you are cutting. CJ, we know who you are cutting. We know, but yeah. So Keith, who you starting? Who you cutting? Who you benching? Ja, Dame, or Trae?
In that exact order. Starting Ja, benching Dame, and cutting Trae.
Come on.
If you don't know, Keith, CJ hates Trae Young with a passion, dude. I don't know why.
I ain't big on him either, honestly. Especially like, like his locker room antics and
And his hairline, his hair, the way he looked.
All right, Jonathan, who you got?
I'm gonna start Dame. I gotta respect Dame.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start Dame. I'm gonna bench Ja. Can you imagine Ja as a six man?
That's electric, actually.
Yeah, that'd be tough.
And then I'm cutting Trae.
John coming off the bench and just dunking on the reserve sitters.
Okay. And then and CJ, who you got?
Yeah, I think I kind of with him. I'm with him. I was leaning towards like starting Ja, but I just think Dame as a leader, a little bit veteran to start. I like that, but also like having that veteran presence coming off the bench could be nice. But I think we got to give Dame like the start right now.
We got a comment. Start Ja, bench Trae, cut Dame. Longevity, Dame peaking downwards. I mean, I get it.
I see. Yeah, I see his mindset on that one.
Yeah.
I get it, but it's still Dame time.
Yeah, that next comment got me.
Dame leading teams to first.
All right, so the next one's going to be you got Reggie Miller, Manu Ginobili, or Vince Carter. Who are you start cutting?
Oh my God, this one's difficult. I'm gonna go last on this one.
You said Manu, Vince, and Ginobili.
Reggie Miller.
Oh, Reggie.
Manu, Vince, and Reggie. I'm gonna go start Manu. I think. I mean, he's just.
He's Manu.
He's Manu, man. He's dog no matter what happens. And I think honestly, man, this one's more situational. Like, do you need a three or you just need someone to play? But shooters don't shoot, so I'm going with Reggie. You out of there, Vince. You are out of there, Vince. Shooters gonna shoot.
But, I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go with. I'm starting Reggie Miller for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting Reggie.
Okay.
Manu is the sixth man. What are you talking about? He's coming off my bench. What are you talking about? Hey, baby, Vince, you can dunk your ass out of the building because you're not coming here. You know what I'm saying? It's much love. It's a lot of love. A lot of love and respect.
100%.
You know this coming from a biased heart.
That's crazy.
Mine's gonna come from a biased heart. Oh,
All right,
go ahead.
go
My bad.
You go ahead, Keith. You can go if you want, or you want to go last.
I go while it's on my mind.
All right.
Uh-oh.
I guess it wasn't on his mind no more.
I think he's scrolled up.
Are you
Am I
good?
good?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
good.
you
You good? Nah, I was getting a call, but so I would like Christian said, it's situational though, honestly. But
Mhm.
North Carolina, I'm starting my boy Vince Carter.
Bro.
Wow.
Vince Carter.
He just want to show his true colors, man. That's all. He don't care about the team.
Manu is the sixth man, arguably one of the best six man. So I'm gonna bring him off the bench, and I'm gonna cut Reggie because we're doing all time, right? Like no specific team era.
Yeah, no specific team era.
Yeah,
just all time.
I'll take Vince starting back in his prime.
100%. And I think,
You got some comments?
we got some comments, but we'll let Jonathan answer first before he reach these comments, though.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna start Manu.
Okay.
I'm a bench Reggie, and I'm gonna cut Vince.
Okay.
Because Reggie played a ton of minutes, but can you imagine him as like a 6-man just sniper off the bench? Like he's a 3-and-D guy, just spot up in the corner.
Mhm.
In today's game, that'd be tough. But yeah, he's the man. I used to love those Spurs teams when I was growing up.
100%. I respect
Timmy,
him a lot.
Manu, Tony,
Boris Diaw?
Boris.
Come on.
Boris! Not Mike over there talking about Boris the other day.
Yeah,
Not Mike.
You gotta name Big Shot Horry before.
Yeah, Big Shot
Horry.
Horry.
But yeah, we got some.
We got some comments. Let's see. We got
Is that Jermaine?
start Reggie, bench Vince, cut
Oh, that's
Ginobili.
That's my boy. I know
Nah,
exactly what that is.
we're not cutting Ginobili.
Yeah, we can't cut Ginobili, man. We can't cut Ginobili.
I mean, cut the rest of the hair off. I mean, he already got the ball spot. You can cut the rest of the hair off.
Hey,
We're not cutting him.
Don't talk
no
about that,
disrespect.
King.
No
Don't
disrespect.
talk about that, King.
Let's see. And then we got start Manu, bench Reggie, cut Vince Carter. So overrated. Great dunker. Nothing else. LOL.
Hey, thank you. Thank you. I agree with you. I
Hey,
agree.
they making Vince Carter sound like a 76ers legend, KJ McDaniels, right now.
Hey, shout out to Greg too, man. That was Greg Jeezy. That's my boy Greg tuning in for his first time on the episode.
What's up, Greg? Appreciate you joining in.
You appreciate you, Greg. Mike said Manu revolutionized the game low-key, slashing point guard with all the intangibles. Yeah, I mean, him and Tony together was like the first Euro backcourt, really, in the NBA. Like both members.
They crawled so Luka could walk.
Correct. Your GOAT. Your king.
King.
Let's see.
There you go, G.
How crazy. Can't cut Vince.
Talk to him, man. I don't
Shout
know
out
what's wrong
Greg,
with him.
man.
I don't know.
Nah, you
what's
gotta
wrong
cut
with
him, man. You gotta
Keith-
cut him.
Keith's got a new friend now. It's easy. Let's see.
So we got another one right here. You got to pick one shooter, all right? So you got my boy. I'm picking him all day, every day. Peja Stojakovic.
Ooh.
All right.
Hey,
You gotta-
hey, pause real quick. Paige's son is nice.
nice, bro.
Hey, Paige's son is nice, bro.
Nice.
How old?
I think he's a junior or junior?
Yeah.
High
I think
school
he's
or
like a junior,
college?
but he's like 16.
High
I
school,
think like
high
16.
school. Yeah. He's like 15,
He's, not,
16.
he's nasty though.
He's nice. He could shoot like his
Yeah.
pops, but he got bounced. He'll dunk
Yeah.
on somebody, bro. He's nasty, bro.
Yeah, I saw him. I saw his highlights from a camp, and I was like, "Dang."
It's crazy,
he played like
bro.
his dad, but he's just way more athletic. He's just like a modern day
100%.
Paige on the low.
Yeah,
Yeah.
crazy.
Peja was nice, but Peja, he couldn't move like that. Like, I mean,
Nah,
Yeah.
bro, his son is tough though.
He was kind of
He was knocked down though. My
He
bad.
was.
I
He was lucky.
stall.
So
Are you
for
good?
shooting, we got Peja. You only pick one now. Hit that 3-point buzzer. Peja, Mike Miller. I was gonna say Ray Allen, but we ain't gonna talk about Ray Allen. Do y'all know who Michael Redd is?
the Bucks.
All right, so Michael Redd. You got Michael Redd. You got Peja, And then you got damn, who's the other person I said?
He played
You
with
said
the
Mike
Bucks
Miller?
with Brandon
Mike
Jennings,
Miller.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you got Mike Miller, Peja, Michael Redd. Who you got?
We choosing
Can I
him
go-
as our shooter or to knock down a game winner.
Game winner.
Ooh.
Can I go first?
Go ahead.
Give me Mike Miller.
Oh,
No shoes. Mike Miller to knock down this jumper. Give me
man,
her, Mike Miller,
man.
walking up the court, stepping into
Broke
that
back.
three. Bang!
Broke back from carrying LeBron.
Man. All right, Keith, so you got because after this one we're gonna go rapid fire a little bit. And Jonathan, who you got?
I'm going Peja on this one.
All right. You got Peja as well.
I mean, I love Peja, but Michael Redd was a bucket, man.
Yeah, he was.
I might go Michael Redd. Just because Michael
All
Redd
right.
never get any respect. Like I don't hear anybody.
That's
ever
true.
talk about Michael Redd.
All right, so this one's gonna be 1-on-1. Who you got? And Greg, this one's for you, man. I really want to hear your thoughts.
But Christian, who would you take?
Oh, I'm taking Peja all day.
Okay.
I had to make one where Peja would win because every other one he probably would win. Quick 1-on-1. Who you got? OJ Mayo or Brandon Jennings?
Hey,
OJ.
Brandon Jennings is one of my favorite
OJ.
players from the jump. I gotta rock with Brandon Jennings. 7th game in the league, dropping 55. Put some respect on my guy's name. We're not gonna talk about what he got dunked on because that doesn't exist in my mind.
So you got Brandon Jennings. All right. I got OJ. OJ was tough, bro. OJ was I swear OJ what did somebody say? They said Love and Basketball. Quincy McCall is basically OJ Mayo. He just went further in the league. That's all
Greg
it is.
said, "Come on, bro, don't start the LeBron hate."
Hey, it's
I'm not gonna start it if it's always going, baby.
hey, hold up. Oh, y'all continue.
So who you got, Jonathan? OJ or Brandon?
I got
Jennings?
OJ.
Okay. Greatest international player.
Hold
All
on,
right.
we got comments on the last one. Mike
Peja.
got Peja and it's not close.
He knows it.
Greg said, "Got to take
Oh,
Mike
I took
Miller."
Mike
off this
Miller.
one.
Okay.
Come on.
At least somebody loved Michael Redd.
Greg said Brandon Jennings, and Mike got OJ.
Ooh, and then Jennings for sure. Man, all right. I love the controversy here. I love it. All right.
This might be a bot, but might not. I'm not sure. Come once to a basketball game in the EuroLeague. I promise you that in terms of encouragement, you will not experience such a thrill of fans cheering, lighting smoke flares and firecrackers, cursing.
Yeah, I'm with it.
Hey, they do be
I'm
getting
with it.
wild
They
over
do get
there.
wild over there.
Especially for
Luka.
soccer, too.
Luka
sure.
said it's easier to score in the NBA than the EuroLeague. We're gonna talk about that.
All right. So I got another question for you guys, real quick. You got to pick one. Greatest international player of all time. You taking Giannis or you taking Dirk? Who you taking? Who you taking?
I don't-
Is that the only two options here, or like?
I can throw in. Okay, so you got Giannis. You got to pick one. Giannis, Dirk, Tim Duncan, or Luka.
Tim Duncan.
This,
I mean,
wait,
from
where's
the
What's
Virgin
Tim Duncan?
Islands.
You from the Virgin Islands?
right?
The U.S. Virgin Islands, bro.
Hey. All right, so Keith, who you starting? Who you cutting? Luka, Dirk, or Giannis?
I'm cutting Giannis. I ain't a fan. I don't care how great he is. I'm not a fan. So we're gonna start with the cut. We're gonna get him out the gym, and then we're gonna have these two work out.
All right.
You said Luka and Dirk.
Yeah, Luka and Dirk. Who
Oh,
you
I gotta
starting?
start Luka and bring Dirk out the bench.
Okay.
Oh,
Damn,
So if you
that's
didn't know-
crazy.
if
Keith
you
cut
didn't
the
know-
black guy and rock with the two white dudes. That's wild.
Hey, Giannis, I'm not a fan. I don't like that bully ball long. I don't like it.
Right,
He-
I feel you. I
I
didn't
don't
like
like
it for the longest either, man. But he's on my fantasy basketball team, so I don't mind it. You know what I'm saying? He's getting me
Oh, don't get me
points.
wrong though. If I'm playing 2K and somebody get like LeBron or Embiid, I'm gonna go get Giannis.
Hey, yeah, see, there you go. Yeah, man.
I'm gonna play with a creative player, but I don't really like his game, so I'm not a big fan.
So I already know who you starting, CJ.
hey, listen, just be careful when you get
Greg
that
said
LeBron
Dirk.
slander. All right,
Dirk.
that LeBron slander come out, you got to deal with You know what I'm saying? You got to deal with
Unk, baby. So Mike said he's gonna start Giannis, second most dominant player of all time. Bench Luka, cut Dirk. Unfortunately, man. I think Dirk he definitely has changed the game for big guys shooting the ball at a high level as he did.
That fadeaway was hard, bro.
For
That
start,
fadeaway that he hit.
ooh, start
DJ.
Dirk, bench the free, cut
You
Luke.
see the comment?
Hey, please somebody ban this dude from the chat.
Yes, sir.
Listen,
I
Who
think
hasn't
Mike knows
answered?
ball though. Mike knows ball. I'm gonna go with Mike on this one. I'm starting
Okay.
Giannis, benching Luka. You got to cut Dirk. Just
Wait,
Dirk.
okay, Mike, real quick.
Dirk had talent, but Dirk
He got finesse.
he couldn't really move like that.
No,
Well, that
but it
didn't
worked for him
matter.
too.
That did
didn't
not
matter.
It didn't matter, though.
He was extremely talented,
Hey,
but Luka and Giannis can both move and do more things.
100%.
Mike, real quick. Second most dominant person of all time. Are you saying Shaq is number one? I need to
He
know
gotta
that
be saying
answer.
that.
It's got to be
He gotta be saying that.
unless
Tracy
unless
Brady.
you're gonna go like
Right
Wilt.
about it. All right, guys, we're gonna move on. Who hasn't answered? Has someone not answered yet?
Wait, I didn't answer. What is it again?
We know you starting Luca.
Mike said,
All right.
yeah, Shaq,
Okay.
Shaq number one.
I'm about to put the pause on the
Rick
whole
said,
team.
I'm
Hey,
about to put pause on the whole team.
take that whole
you
Skip
see,
Bayless.
after the game, he said, yeah, Dylan Brooks came over, Jaw came over, Jaw's dad came over. You see who he didn't mention that came over?
Steve.
Big Steven Adams,
Yeah.
the dude who wanted all the smoke.
He
He ain't mentioned him.
But I ain't gonna lie. All right, let's talk about the real quick. That shit kind of soft for the Memphis Grizzlies. I got lost respect for the team after that whole. You really out here about to go cause a fight, right? Like, listen, man. We all know, you know who the GOAT is. That's what I'm talking about. That's why he's the MVP. That's why he's the GOAT. The GOAT. Like it's LeBron,
Oh my god.
right?
Hey, who you got, man? We gotta get out of here, man. Keith's got a whole family to take care of. Come on now, let's get it.
Wait, who's the three people? Giannis.
Oh, here we go. Not even paying attention.
Hold on, man. If you just say it, Giannis, Luka.
Luka, and Dirk.
Yeah, Luka, Giannis, Dirk cut.
All right. So this next one, rapid fire here. Bench start cut. Tony Parker, Chris Paul, Steve Nash. Yeah, I went in the bag to find these ones, brothers. I went
All
in
right.
the bag.
Off rip, if I'm married, I'm cutting Tony Parker because I'm not trying to have my wife get snatched.
Shit, so Chris Paul too.
Yeah, Chris Paul too. Shit, he on the bench. You're not snatching my wife if you not getting no minutes. You on the bench. So who's the third one? Steve Nash.
Steve Nash, yeah.
Steve Nash was cold, bro.
Give me Steve
was.
Nash.
All right. So for me,
MVP Steve Nash.
I got I'm starting Tony, and I am benching Steve, and I'm cutting Chris.
You crazy? I'm
Wow.
starting.
Dude, Tony
Steve
Parker
Nash.
was Keys. You gotta back me up, bro. Tony Parker,
Parker was
tough,
nice,
bro.
But
but
mid-range
Steve Nash
king.
was the guard.
Oh, you're muted. You muted yourself.
Let's see if I can unmute.
All right, we're good. Go ahead. Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, you good.
Yeah, I said, hey, he was tough, but I am cutting him.
Hey, this is for you, Keith. That's what I'm talking about. That's why he's the MVP. That's why he's the GOAT. The GOAT.
Hey, so I would I'm biased. I'm a CP3
All
all
right.
day, and he wear number 3. I love it. So
Right.
I'm gonna start Chris Paul, and I'm gonna bring Steve Nash off the bench, but Tony Parker gotta go.
Gotcha. All right. Jonathan, did you go yet?
Yeah. I said
Yeah,
I'm.
remember,
Oh
he
yeah.
cut- he
You
cut Tony
don't want
Parker,
the
yeah.
wives. You want to buy attention to your wife. I got you. Big Mac, did you go yet?
No, I'm gonna go. I'm starting Steve Nash for sure.
Okay.
I like Tony Parker more off the bench just with that second unit. I think that he'll just get everybody involved. And I'm going Chris Paul because Chris Paul changes teams, man. Like he really does step on a team, make a team competitive. Like what he did with the Thunder that year, he is a difference maker, but he's just not the guy to get you over the top.
And the
Mhm.
only reason why I didn't pick him was because he's never been to a finals. So it's the only reason why I didn't pick him. I'm just being real. Just facts. He's never been to a finals. And everybody else on my list did. I think we got some comments.
If I'm being honest, though, I'm starting Chris Paul, benching Steve, and cutting Tony.
There
Okay.
you go.
No worries. We got somebody in
Some
there.
comments.
Ain't nobody want to fight.
He said, "Ain't nobody trying to fight Aquaman."
100%, Greg. 100%.
I don't know. Shannon wasn't backing down though. So
Hey,
I'll give him that.
Hey, you
I-
know.
I kind of want to see a potential fight between them two. Like because Shannon's shorter than him, but Shannon's not small.
Nah, you know, weak
ain't
sauce.
Yeah.
All right.
Come on, he still got it.
Yeah, that bitch ready.
I was ready.
Magic said can't guard Brown when Brown shot 38% from the field and had 23 points. Oh, they guarded him pretty well. Talk about it. Volume merchant?
Too much.
That's crazy that a 23-point game is considered a bad game when you're that good.
Right? Facts.
Wow.
Talk about it.
How
And that
many
old.
shots, though?
And that
Let me-
old.
Right.
Let me
And
look it
that
up.
old.
Start Chris Paul, bench Tony, cut Steve. Damn,
Cut
cutting
Steve is
That's
crazy.
tough.
Yeah, them boy
That's
cutting Steve because his
crazy.
coaching career wasn't that good. That's the only reason why. That's the only thing, man. That's the only thing.
Hey, you sound
All
like KD right now. You sound like Kyrie.
Speaking of Kyrie, these two guys in their prime, who you taking? Kyrie, Devin Booker, or Donovan Mitchell? I already know who you're going with, Jonathan.
Ooh-wee.
I already know.
Yeah, we know
who you're
who
gonna
knows.
cut. But Keith, you're on the block first. Kyrie in his prime, Devin Booker in his prime, or Donovan Mitchell in his prime.
I'm gonna go Kyrie just because of the all around.
All right. And then who you gonna bench?
Oh, my bad. Start bench cut. Okay. I thought you were just choosing.
Oh no, I wouldn't even put them in the same
Oh.
category with him.
That's tough. Devin Booker and Donovan Mitchell.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, man. I gotta stick to the brown skin brothers on this one. Devin Booker got to get cut, and I'm gonna bring Donovan Mitchell off the bench.
You can't say we're gonna stick
That's
to the brown skin brothers, and then you're gonna choose the two white guys, the international white guys over
What you
Vince.
mean?
Oh,
He ain't
no,
brown
Vince.
skin either. Giannis ain't brown skin. I don't owe him no loyalty.
Hey, that's my freak you're talking about.
He
Oh,
said,
this
what
guy.
kind of freak is he, though?
Freak up that
Whoa.
freak up that cut.
He's all right. Hey, he
Second
trying-
one since the
You remember ringing the
podcast
bell?
started.
Hey, Keith said you on strike 2 already, man. Don't get to strike 3. He out of here.
He said something earlier about the don't add the PP or something.
The leaky
Nicky Black PP.
Yeah.
All right, who you guys got? We gotta kind of shuffle this along.
Yeah, you got to start Kyrie, especially Ramadan Kyrie. Elite. Untucked jersey Kyrie. Elite.
Mask Kyrie, elite. All right, don't let that mask fool you.
He was tough in the match too.
NBA Finals, Kyrie.
Elite. Yeah, give me Kyrie. Who else?
Devin
Yeah, I'm
Booker.
gonna bench Devin Booker.
Okay.
And you already know I'm cutting
He hates
volume
Donovan
merchant
Mitchell,
Donovan Mitchell.
but he hates.
If you need 27 points on 29 shots, boy, do I got the player for you.
Who you got, CJ?
I'm going the same thing Jonathan got.
All right, cool. All right, so you got James Harden, Jalen. Oh, sorry, we got so Kyrie by far. All right.
And then Greg said start Kyrie, bench Devin Booker, cut Donovan Mitchell.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. So this next one, James Harden, Jalen Brown, or Bradley Beal? Who you starting? Who you benching? Who you cutting? James Harden,
Harden,
Jalen Brown,
Beal.
Oh, Jalen Brown.
Jalen Brown.
That's tough.
That's a good one.
Are we talking about current Harden or like prime Harden?
All these guys are in their prime right now. So I mean,
Not currently, but
You
like,
said
no,
Harden
not currently, not currently. I'm just
I know
saying
what
like
you're saying, though. I know
Okay,
what you're
in this
Yeah.
hypothetical.
So
And
Brown,
hypotheticals all in
Harden,
the
and who's the third one?
Beal.
Beal.
Can I go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you right.
Start James Harden.
Mhm.
Okay.
Jalen Brown off the bench,
Okay.
and I'm cutting. Who was the last person?
Bradley Beal.
Oh yeah, I like Bradley Beal.
You don't
He's
even
cool,
know his
though. He ain't no
name.
John
You don't even
Wall.
know his name.
He ain't no John Wall. He alright, but he kind of.
Never seen you act this way before.
The facts. Never. All right, Jonathan, who you got?
I might start Jalen Brown, bench James Harden, because we've already seen him in a 6-man role, and he was elite at it.
Gotcha.
And yeah, I'm cutting Beal.
Okay. Keith, who you got? Say something different. Say something different, Keith.
I definitely am. I'm gonna start James Harden
Okay.
bench, and I'm gonna cut Jalen Brown.
Ooh.
Dang. Talk about no defense on this team, boy. It's about to be 125 to 124 games every night.
There it is. Harden and Bill by one.
I'm going to actually start Jaylen Brown, and I am going to.
Got it.
I'm going to bench James Harden, and I'm going to cut Bradley Beal. But Bradley, you can be a coach.
Come on now. I know Greasy gonna agree with me on Bill, then nobody else did.
Nah. Even Greg said start Jaylen Brown, bench Harden, cut Beal.
Bill.
Mike said starting James Harden, bench Jaylen Brown, cut Bradley Beal. He said starting anybody but prime James Harden is blasphemous. I mean,
I get it though, because James was tough, bro. Like James on Wild was just going crazy.
Yeah.
And you got him as an MVP, Kevin Durant, and you had Westbrook as an MVP all on one team at one point in time, man. That's just
damn, y'all must have won a bunch of rings with them, right, Christian?
No, we didn't. Okay, see, but hey, you know one thing we did? We dropped a lot of money. Okay.
That was good time.
Hey man, I'm
That was
telling
an
you,
iconic time.
that time of basketball was so dope. You had the Celtics doing their thing, you had Kobe doing his thing, RIP. You had whatchamacallit, OKC doing their thing. There's someone I'm missing right now.
The Heat?
Nah.
I don't know what that was. I don't know what Keith was doing on that one. Oh, LeBron. You talking about LeBron?
There you go.
Oh, he was talking about it first. I mean, that time of basketball, man, was just so dope, bro. Like so dope.
Are we counting those Pacers teams with Roy Hibbert?
Danny
Yeah,
Green,
Lance
Lance Stevenson.
Hey,
The year that Paul George got hurt, they were number one in the East though. All jokes aside.
yeah.
I knew Paul George was gonna be tough when he did that dunk against Miami. That's when I knew. I was like, "Yo, who is this dude? Like who is this?" All right, we got three more fellas. So right now, who you taking? Start, cut, bench. Joel Embiid, Giannis, or the Joker?
Dang, that's crazy. I can go first if you want me to.
It's too easy, ain't it? It's too easy for you.
I'm starting Joel.
Okay.
I'm benching Giannis.
Wow.
you bugging.
No
Wow.
jokes around here, bucko.
He said no joke around here. I guess I'll go next. I'll start the Joker. I will bench Giannis, and I am cutting Joel Embiid.
Oh,
That's just me.
All right,
me.
Keith, what you got?
That's tough, yeah. Well, y'all know I'm cutting Greek Freak. He's out of here. He's gone. We're clearing the gym first, and then we'll decide who's starting. So Giannis is gone. I just feel like honestly it would depend on your supporting cast with the other two, just to be completely honest. But I like Jokic's style of play better than Joel, so I would start Joker and bring Joel off the bench.
All right, so I'm not crazy to start Joker. I'm good. All right, Jonathan, what you got?
I think I'm rocking with Keith on this one. I'm
right.
gonna start the Joker, bring Troll Embiid off the bench. You gotta have the Troll and the Joker together. You can't separate them. And Giannis is out of here, unfortunately.
I agree.
All right.
I do love Giannis, but
First class ticket back to Greece.
that's crazy.
We got something in the comments here. I don't know if I can click it. I can't click it.
let's see. Mike said OKC had
Surge.
Jeff Green and Surge.
And we had some bonus.
Hey,
I don't think
Perk-
people remember that.
What?
Bro. We had
No, I
some
don't think
bonus.
Perk was that same time, was he? Was Perk
Yeah,
with
Perk was
that?
there.
Yeah,
Perk was
was
there.
there.
Bro, we had so much. Bro.
Greg
The
said me
percolator.
and bro gonna have to box with the LeBron hate. I don't even know which one you're talking about at this point. I mean, it could be me, but I don't know if you want these problems.
Yeah, you talking
And
about
I'm like a 6'2", Steven Adams. So
Contender.
I don't know, man. Greg, don't let that picture fool you, Greg. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
start Giannis, bench Joel, cut Joker,
Come on.
aka playoff liability.
Come on, let him know, Mike.
Hey, is he a playoff liability on defense because he's been the team the whole year leading up to the playoffs?
Exactly.
The man gets tired.
Exactly. He'd be like, "Damn, can we start playoffs now?"
Hey,
middle of
the
the
GOATs
season?
never get tired. Talk to LeBron.
Jeez.
Starting B, bench Joker, cut the Greek freak.
All right, someone else. The slander continues. All right, so we got two more. You got LaMelo Ball, start bench cut. LaMelo Ball, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, or
Ooh,
Darius Garland.
damn.
I already know who's starting for me, boy. Give me that Darius Garland because that boy is too nice. And
He's
then
nice.
I'm taking Shy off the bench. Bye LaMelo. Them ankles is too weak
That's-
over here, cuz.
that's crazy.
Sorry.
I don't like this slander, so I'm going ahead and I'm starting Shy because Shy's just crazy right there.
Yeah, he's crazy, bro.
I am benching LaMelo Ball,
Wow. Bro, you don't even believe the words coming out of your mouth right now.
and Garland's out of here.
Wow. Wow. Garland's a wow. Keith,
A bomb, exactly.
you gotta bring it back, Keith. You gotta help
Yeah,
me
so
out.
I would go Shea
I just like
starting,
take it off.
Oh my bad.
Garland off the bench.
Greg's 19 in that picture. I really can't even see the
LaMelo's
picture.
gone.
LaMelo's gone. So Keith said Shea starting, Garland off the bench, and LaMelo's gone. Hey, you know, I knew somebody like Darius Garland. All right, Jonathan, you gotta reel it in here. Who you
All
got?
right. Starting LaMelo, bench is Shea, cutting Garland.
Come on.
I love Garland as a player, but
Not enough. Clearly not enough. Don't tell me you love me. Don't tell me you love me then break
I
up. With me.
think
Don't
Christian
tell
Kirk
me you love me. Don't tell me you love me then break up with me. Okay? Don't do that. Don't be that.
I
Don't
love
be
you,
that person.
Christian.
I see
Put it
what
on a t-shirt.
I see. what
Don't tell me
Christian
you love
said, but
somebody
I
and
don't
then just
let
go break
nobody
their heart. Don't do that.
finish.
Man, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. I can't even do it. I'm waiting for our people to comment on here, man. Jeez,
I
before we go
love
to the next-
Garland, but the size of LaMelo and Shea and what their switchability on defense
Oh, okay.
brings something Garland can't.
And also a player who also had ankle injuries early in his career, and now is considered one of the greatest shooters of all time.
Also related to Charlotte in the North Carolina area.
So
You
they're
might
being biased
know
because they live in
him as,
Charlotte. Keith. That's the only reason why.
Wardell,
They live
Stephen
in
Curry.
Charlotte, so they just being biased because they live in Charlotte. So they see all.
Okay.
They're saying
Y'all are Charlotte Hornets fans.
yeah. You know that's
I
all.
wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go that far.
All right. So the last one. Even the people in the comments, you gotta comment. But Keith
Yeah,
is
I
more
didn't
towards
see
you.
comments for Greg and Mike on that one.
Yeah, it's a
It might be
toss
too
up.
tough. It might be
No,
too
he said
tough.
it. He sent one.
Nah, we're not gonna post that one. We're not putting that one on the screen. That's disrespectful.
Where they cut LaMelo.
Yeah, we talking about.
Yeah.
It's a toss up between Garland and SGA. Let Melo go. He must be talking about Carmelo because I know you ain't cutting LaMelo.
Hey, did y'all see that TikTok where the
Yes,
guy?
when I say Melo, who do you
That boys asking
Who do you think
8-year-old white boys who they
Yeah.
think of when you hear Melo. Of course, they're not going to say Carmelo.
There was a couple.
exactly.
No, it was a solid amount of kids though.
All right, so this one's a very serious one. Keith, you're gonna go last on here. Who you
Who's going
starting?
first?
Who you starting? Who you or I guess who you putting on the team? Who you cutting? Christian Lawyer or Marcus Looney?
Damn. That's crazy.
I just want to let you know. I play defense. I'm just letting you know, Keys. I play defense, and I love Marcus. Marcus will outshit anybody in the gym once he get hot. But I'm just letting you know I play defense, Keys, so I can do it. But CJ, go ahead. Let me know who you got. You picking me or you picking Marcus?
Hey,
Looney?
listen. Me and Christian, we've been through a lot this past year.
Oh,
Man.
he about to break up with me.
Christian is legitimately my dog. I appreciate everything he's done, how he stepped up for this team, and how he's really just pushed us to the next level. But we would like to wish you the best in your future endeavors because you ain't staying around here, big dog.
Wow, your old team hates you. All right, Jonathan, man, who you got, man?
I'm going to go with Jaquan. Give me Jaquan.
Damn!
All right, Keys, man. Who you got, man? And it's all just fun and games, man. No one's gonna get their feelings hurt, you know. But I know if you say the wrong answer, Marcus Looney will comment on this video and attack you.
You know, me and my dog had plenty of battles, so I would go Looney.
All right, no worries, man. No worries. Y'all know me. I'm taking myself no matter what.
I hope so.
Just talk about a little bit of Cane Bay basketball real quick. You know, I'm about to have a heart to heart with Marquise Hilton here real quick. I appreciate you, big dog. It's not easy being a leader of a team and being a starting point guard of a team damn near almost all 4 years of your high school career of a brand new school, and you battling people way bigger than you day in and day out. I appreciate you, man. Marquise was very he was I don't know, man. I would say he was wishy-washy, but he was very he liked hanging with certain people, but then if he saw I was having a bad game, he'd come and put his arm around me and tell me, hey man, like, keep shooting, shooters shoot. And I can attest to this, and Marquise, you might think the same thing as well. I was a lot better player in AAU basketball than at Cane Bay. And I was telling these guys, I realized that at Cane Bay, I suffered from, performance anxiety just because of Calvin Kraft, the way his style was. And, he liked certain people. He liked certain people, bro. And
you was one of them, though.
Heck no, bro. Hey, he only liked me because I took charges all the time. Me and Kevin would just take charges 24/7.
Yeah. Chris, you couldn't get it up for Coach Kraft?
Wow.
That's
Here we go. Nah, man. I would just have major anxiety attacks, bro. Like before the games and like during the games, like just it was bad, man. Like I hit it very well, but actually, Doc, he actually came to me.
We talked about this.
Yeah, Doc came, sat me down in his office and asked me like some series of questions, and he was like, "You might have like performance anxiety," and he asked me to get help about it, but I was too macho about it, and I didn't do it. Just because, like, you don't want to admit to something. Like at that time, anxiety. What's that?
I mean, this is like what 10, 11, 12 years ago. Like the time where like obviously like mental health and different stuff like that. Like mental was just not really talked about, or was always kind of just like brushed aside. You know what I mean? But I mean, hindsight is always 20/20.
For sure. So that's what I was battling through. And I think, it kind of hit me at one point in time. Keith, you might remember this. We were in Bluffton, and we're down by 1. And I have the game-winning shot, free throw line jump shot. And I missed. Game is over with.
Hey.
I have been hurt. Hey, Christian, this is what Keith was saying. Nah, hold up. Well, somebody said that's what Keith was saying to you when he put his arm around you.
Nah, man, I don't think I've ever had an off game. Like I may miss a couple of shots, but I never had like an off game where like I just stopped shooting. I was just very particular on my game style. But so suffering through that kind of stuff. But like I said, at Bluffton, I missed a game-winning shot, and this is when I grew a lot of respect for Keith. Everybody on the team was like cursing me out, whatever it had be, because we had a wild ass team. But I'll never forget. I'm crying in my jersey, and Keith runs over and puts his arm around me and walks me to the locker room and just gave me a bunch of words of encouragement. You may not remember that, but I remember that. And that's when I realized, the game is just bigger than just scoring buckets. It's about people you can come to at your lowest point in time, even though it was high school. But I respect the hell out of you, Marquise, for that. I'm always going to talk highly of you no matter what.
It's always love.
One of the greatest captains I've ever had. I still remember when old boy got in trouble for fighting in the bathroom and nobody wanted to tell Calvin where he was. Yeah, man, I just want to say thanks, man, for being a great teammate, and being a good person. And, you're going to be a great father. And even your dad, him being around the game a lot with us, and come to all the games, it was cool to see that, because you don't really see that from many parents. But yeah, man, I appreciate you.
For sure, man. I appreciate it.
Damn, Greg. Greg.
Nah. It's not Christian's fault. It's not Christian's fault. He missed the game winner. Because how y'all let him take the game winner in the first place?
I think that's the same. That's the same game that Looney quit, that Bluffton game, I believe. That's the same game.
So that's why Christian got the last shot. Okay.
Hey, man.
Cause like they had got into it at halftime, and because they were sitting. I remember they were sitting in the zone, and Looney was pissed off about it. He's like, "Why you still sitting in the zone? And you got one of your best shooters on the bench. What kind of shit is that? What kind of sense does that make?" And he was like, "Marcus Looney, if you want to keep talking, you can take off your jersey." And Looney was like,
Yeah,
Hey,
man.
bro, let's be real.
Yeah.
What team had more people quit or get kicked off than Cane Bay Sports? Football and basketball.
Man, I'm telling you, man.
It
That
gotta be
basketball.
basketball. Just because it's, I mean, not basketball, football, because football just had more sheer number
Yeah.
to compare to a team.
I mean, I'm just talking about the two of them combined. Like,
Oh, yeah.
there's people
It was
quitting
hella
or getting kicked off every week.
And you know, one thing I forgot
"A
to
lot
say
of
about
people
Mark.
quitting from our team, though." I mean, Looney was the only person that I could think of that
Quit. Like, no one really quit. People
he
got
played
kicked
the next
off.
year.
Hey, there's
People got
that
kicked off. He had to run
well,
17s for the longest, but
some people got kicked off every year. We're not gonna name names.
nope, not naming no names. No slander coming towards my way.
Hey,
big
hold up,
dog.
time out, Christian.
What's up?
You remember when the JV coach, not gonna name names, had us take a vote about
I do.
kicking the dude off the team?
Yeah,
in the locker
bro.
room?
Yeah, I remember that.
Had
And
this
I
man
said
stand
no.
outside the locker room.
Yeah.
Had us take a vote.
He said, "All right, we're gonna vote. What y'all want this on the team? We're gonna vote right now." You point at everybody. I said, "Nah, nah, he ain't gotta be on the team." Because it's like in my mind, like, bro, like I took a lot of my when I became a captain, I took a lot of my stuff from Marquise. Like, if I see someone going through summer workouts with us, going to the camps with us, doing all that stuff, and like, yeah, they may have mishaps, but they had no ride to go back home because they stayed late to have practice with us. You can stay on the team all you want, bro. You ain't did nothing to me. Like, I understand life might be hard. But I ain't kicking nobody off the team for stuff they can't control. Like, you know, like I can't do that. Yeah, man. But Cane Bay basketball, they doing good now, man. They different now, man. They different.
Oh
now,
yeah, it's
man.
a different breed now.
100%. 100%. Well, I guess we're gonna wrap this show up, fellas. Unless anyone else has anything to say, Keith. I want to say thanks for joining the show, man, and thanks for having fun with us. You're welcome anytime, man.
Yes, sir. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, we probably gonna ask you to come back maybe when the ACC tournament happens again, or if y'all get kicked out of the March Madness, we definitely gonna call you.
March Madness is about to go crazy. We go crazy this March.
I gotta ask though, like y'all college teams. I need to know the teams before the next time.
Michigan State.
Said, oh yeah, okay, Michigan State.
So
CJ, who's your team? Because you said boo as if like a Duke fan.
Nah, he ain't no Duke fan. He ain't no Duke fan.
Okay, so all right, so really, my true love for like college basketball started with Maryland because I grew up in Maryland. So Gary Williams, watching him, Griffiths Vasquez, like one of my favorite players watching. So that was like my team. But then I went to UNCW for school, and so I kind of have I kind of like them just to see what they do because that's like really the only big sport besides baseball. They don't have a football team, so like basketball is always big. Keith was literally at UNCW the year before I got there, so I was mad. They had this big tournament run, and as soon as I get there, they're ass. So it's like, but Devontae Kaycock was still there, and he was a dog. So yeah, those are my two teams. Yeah, he played.
I can respect Maryland though. I like Maryland with the Juan Dixon, Steve Blake era because my family from Maryland too. So
what's that man named? Melo Trimble.
Melo Trimble
was a bucket.
I love Melo Trimble.
Yeah.
Y'all remember when Louisville was good?
Yeah, my dog Kevin Huerter right now balling it for the Kings.
Hey, Kevin Huerter's balling. I see. I said, CJ, who's your favorite team? Jonathan, who's your favorite team?
So I grew up. Obviously, I went to Cane Bay too. I grew up in South Carolina, but my parents aren't from South Carolina, so I didn't grow up like it was either South Carolina or the Gamecocks for the most part. And obviously, there's a bunch of people like the North Carolina schools. I didn't really. My mom's from Michigan. My dad's from India, so I didn't really have like an attachment to any school in the South. So I rooted for Michigan growing up, but I went to Clemson. So those are my two teams.
Hey, Clemson's balling right now, man.
Leading the ACC right now, but
yeah, ACC
don't blow it. That's what he does.
You know, we gotta see what North Carolina plays. When North Carolina plays Clemson. Keith, maybe if you want to, man, we can do a watch along or something to that on here if you're ever free, man. But yeah, we'll definitely hit you up again, talk about some basketball. And again, man, I appreciate you being the person that you are. And You're gonna be a great father and a great man. You are a great man now. Man.
And he's already a great father.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Yes,
saying.
sir,
You're
I
a great
appreciate
father,
y'all.
man.
I
No worries,
appreciate it,
man.
for
No
real.
worries. And tell your pops I said what's up, man. And
Yeah, if
he's
he
wild,
pops in,
man.
I mean, the basketball team at K-Bay is pretty crazy. Like, if you can help us out, try to maybe interview one of these kids, because I'm really interested. Obviously, because we talked about the viral video that happened when they broke the backboard recently.
Mhm.
So
That kid's a junior, you know.
damn.
Yeah, that's a junior. That's CJ is a
crazy.
junior that don't. Yeah.
His name's CJ.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Brother.
It's great. You know, what I'm saying? Great.
But yeah, man, if you can, man, ask your pops, man, see if he want to be on the show sometime, man. We'll definitely,
Okay. Yeah,
we'll definitely love to
it'll
have
definitely
him
have to be like on a weekend, or when
Oh,
you
yeah,
got a lot going on. But yeah, I'll
Yeah,
definitely ask him though.
No, for sure. Anybody else got anything to say?
I just want to say before we wrap it up, we also have a second show today. Watch along for the first 3:00 game, Buffalo Bills versus the Cincinnati Bengals. So go get you some food. Go do what you got to do. If you want to come back, hang out with us for a quarter or two or the whole game. We'll be here having fun, placing bets. We're going to do bets before the game, halftime bets for the second half of the game, talking shit, having fun with guests, with us. That's what we're going to do later on today.
100%. Well, all right, guys. Thank you for tuning in to the show. We greatly appreciate it. Thanks to all the people in the comments, man, for being engaged with us, man. That was cool, man. That's definitely cool. We love seeing that. Check us out on YouTube. You can rewatch us on YouTube at the Hate to Pylon, and you can also check us out on Twitter. If you give us your ideas of your your start come bench scenarios, check us out on Twitter at Hate to Pylon as well, and also check out our other channel, What a Dud. It's also on the Hate to Pylon family as well.
And if you want to submit your start bench cut for us, go ahead and do that. Send us your 3 players, and we'll try to get to them next show.
Yeah.
100%. Well, once again, I'm Christian. That is CJ. That's Jonathan. And our special guest, Keith.
CJ.
And our special guest, Keith, man. We greatly appreciate you guys joining us. And we will see you guys next time on the Hate to Pylon show. Y'all have a fun and great week.
See ya.
All right, y'all take it easy.